Hey guys, thought we'd come on here and give you a little update. We decided to get up and sit out on the porch for a little bit and try to get to feeling a little bit better. What is it, right? What is it, right? But this is our fifth day of symptoms with COVID, and it seems like each day brings a new symptom. Uh, Today we lost our taste and our smell, so and then we started having a real scratchy throat, a lot of sneezing. We'd hope to be better by today, being the fifth day, but it seems like we're getting worse. We just got a real dry, scratchy throat. Uh, India's got COVID now. She tested positive yesterday, day before. So she's having the same symptoms, running a fever, the sneezing, coughing, congestion. No, we're gonna beat this thing. I'll tell you what I did yesterday. I got so sick of staying in a room and staying in the bed that I got up and mowed the yard. I thought, well, I'll try to work it out of me. I wasn't going to be around anybody, so we started mowing on the yard and trying to sweat it out. And I don't know if it helped or not. It didn't. I don't guess it hurt anything. Brenda Spears, I want to tell you, you're a lifesaver, honey. The girls love the food. I got a plate of it a while ago, and I know it tasted great, but at this point, I can't taste anything, and I was wanting to so bad. I was taking big bites of them beans and that cornbread and those onions, and I couldn't even taste the onions, and I put a lot of pepper on it. But I know it was great, and I do appreciate you bringing that over. The girls was just they thought it was just out of this world home run. Uh, and I've ate your food in the past, so I know it tasted great. I just can't. I couldn't taste anything. That just started going on today. Uh, yeah, that's what we're done. We had to take Jasmine to work. She's still testing negative, and I made her put a mask on when she was in the car with me. I had to run her to work, so I had to get up. So I thought I'd sit out here on the porch and move around a little bit. My lungs are feels like I got pleurisy in my lungs. They're like hurting a little bit right in there, and then on this side right down there. But just checked my oxygen level, and it's at 98, 99. So my oxygen sat's all right. And I thought for sure when I talked to you guys the other night that we would be feeling better by now. It's all right, Brenda. It got something in my belly anyway. Uh, and I just keep having these chills. I mean, I can walk by the cool air blowing out the air conditioner, and it just freezes me. And I've had flus and colds before, and I could just wear them out. And that's what I'm going to try to do with COVID. Uh, but this daggum fever, that's what makes me feel so yucky. But I know the fever is fighting the COVID, so it's a good thing. My daughter Emily, which I've not even seen in probably 3 weeks. Yeah, the fiber in them is what I think will help me too, Brenda. Uh, the but Emily's got COVID too, and I've not even been around her in 2 or 3 weeks. So she's having the same sort of symptoms. Her husband, Dakota, he's not got it yet, and Ruby had it about 4 months ago. So I think she's probably going to be good. And Ireland, uh, she's not had any symptoms, and Jasmine hasn't either. Right now, it's just really hitting me in India pretty hard. Uh, and I've not got a lot of It's just my throat is real scratchy back in here, and I have that cough. It's not really a productive cough that you would say, and I can feel a little bit of congestion up in here, but not a whole lot of congestion. It's just a real scratchy throat. So that's the COVID update. I told everybody the other night I went 3 years. We went over several states: Florida, Georgia, Virginia, Ohio, uh, just all over the place, and saw a lot of people. We ran the fireworks during the two bad things of COVID. Probably waited on 3,000 people, and we stayed away from it somehow or another. I don't know if we were just lucky, blessed, or what do you call it. And then I know COVID's back on the rise, but it's not real predominant now. And at the fireworks stand, we've not really here in the last couple of weeks been in contact with many people at all. The fireworks stands, you don't have that many customers right now coming through there, and I don't get right up on anybody. The only thing I can think of is when I had my anxiety and panic attacks and had to go to the ER, that I may have picked it up in the ER. And then when I did my follow up visit with my doctor, I may have picked it up in the doctor's office. And I'm not blaming them, I'm not blaming anybody. It's just one of those things. And uh, does it scare me having COVID? Yeah, it scares me. I'm 59 years old. Uh, and I guess that really hit harder than any other day, is I ain't getting no better. I've still got the same symptoms, and with a few added symptoms that I had from day one. And here it is, day 5. And a lot of people says, that they had COVID, and and then one day it was just like all the symptoms disappeared. The fever was gone, everything was gone. And then some people told me they had COVID, and uh, they had symptoms and they tested negative for COVID, but the symptoms sort of lingered on, several days, several weeks, several months. I can feel my fever right now going up. I don't know if you can tell my face is red, but I feel those little aches and chills. So I had said something about maybe having an auction this weekend, but we're not going to get to. And big shout out to Vanish Brown. He's running the fireworks shed for us today and tomorrow and Sunday. And I know he's worked hard all year as a teacher, and he's got things that I know he had planned with his family for, to get a break from, teaching all year. And he's took these 3 days to help a friend out, and that means a lot to me. Means a lot to me. People like Brenda uh, coming bringing us something to eat. Uh, and I'll tell you what we did yesterday. We can't go in the store or nothing because I wouldn't take a chance of being around anybody giving them something. And we was going to do that food line, place your order and all that stuff. But you talking about a hassle. India's, but yeah, that's what we're trying to do, Brenda. I'm back now. It was reconnected, but so I stayed in the car, and Ireland and Ruby. Ireland's 16, okay? No, Ireland's 15. Ruby's 12. And they said, Daddy, we can go in the grocery store. We're testing negative. We've got no symptoms. So I pulled up to Save-A-Lot, and I'm sitting in the car, and I send Ruby and Ireland in to do the shopping. And I want to tell you something. They did a super. They had a list. They stuck with it. Her and Ruby was just like two little Betty Crockers in there shopping at Save-A-Lot, and uh, they got it done. We needed milk and bread and things like that, so they went in there and they stuck to their list. And I told her we mainly got a lot of foods that the girls could fix easy on their own. You know, like lunch meat, hot pockets, frozen pizzas or something like that. They could fix quick, because that's the ones I was most worried about, as far as making sure they got their meals every day. I was worried about them more than I was worried about myself, because India, she's on her second day of symptoms, or yeah, second day of symptoms, and she's not feeling worth a crap. And I'm up right now trying to stay up for a little while, but I wouldn't feel like getting in there and cooking or big meal or anything. So we tried to get a lot of stuff that they could fix fast, and got milk, cereal, things like that. They done a great job. I was proud of them. I was tickled to death. I wish they had. I wish they had videoed the whole time they was in there shopping, because usually when they go in there with me, they're either bickering at each other or cutting up and laughing the whole time they're in there, just making a ruckus. So I wish I had them the video the whole time that they were in there shopping for mom and dad, for the family. But I want to touch base with everybody, and so let you know we're not going to be able to do an auction this weekend. And it's been a while now. Uh, so whenever we do get to have one, hopefully Tuesday night, we'll get to have an auction. It'll be a great one. Hey Terry, how's it going, hon? Up there in Illinois. I've got some good old iced tea that I've let water down here, which it basically, there's no taste to it, but I can still tell it's just not plain water. Yeah, they are. They tickled me to death, and because the Food Line thing was just crazy. And then if there'd been some kind of mistake to where we'd have to go inside, we couldn't went inside, and so that worked out pretty good. But on the upside, I did get my yard mowed yesterday. Has anybody got any home remedies uh, that you can suggest? I know Emily said that her mom-in-law told her to get some Sudafed. The kind you have to sign for at the pharmacy. So I don't know if we will try Sudafed, because all we've been taking now is Tylenol and NyQuil, and it helps with the fever. But I don't like taking so much Tylenol and taking so much NyQuil. It's just makes my stomach not feel good. So some of you that's had COVID, what was it that helped y'all the most? Does Sudafed help? If it does, I'll get somebody to go get us some Sudafed and see if that helps a little bit. All right, just laying there. Look at him. He watching out after Daddy. Daddy come over here, and he went right over here. He laying down protecting Daddy. My first day, India fixed me some Theraflu. My first day of symptoms, she fixed some Theraflu and honey and things like that. A big mixture, and heated it up real good. And it didn't seem to touch it hardly any. So I didn't know if you guys had any ideas what made you feel better when you had COVID. Robert says drink Gatorade. It replaces electrolytes. Okay, we do have Gatorade, and I don't really like the taste of Gatorade, but since I've lost my taste, it ain't gonna matter, Robert. All right, Gatorade. We're gonna do Gatorade. All right, and that's in the same thought as Brenda saying keep liquids down when you can. And India's got one symptom that I don't have. She's having headaches. I have a little bit of a throb every now and then, but not too bad on the headaches. Mine's just plain fever and scratchy throat and just feeling blah and not being able to think straight. But getting back to the auction, we'll hopefully by Tuesday evening we'll be able to have an auction. Uh, Hopefully we'll test negative. I'm hoping by Saturday evening we're feeling better and we can test negative, and we'll just continually stay in Sunday as long as we don't have no symptoms Sunday and we're still testing negative. We should be good to go Monday, and we'll we'll probably wear a mask for 3 or 4 days after we do test negative. We'll probably still wear a mask for 3 or 4 days to, you know, make it safe on everybody when we go out. I look awful, don't I? Yeah, Terry, we miss you too, hon. And this is the one of our busiest times of the year because we've got the fireworks going. Uh, Trying to get that's one of our big chunks of our income every year is our fireworks, and we're usually doing a lot of promoting this time of year and uh, getting things ready, talking to a lot of people, and then our store is just completely not open, and we've not had an auction what now in 2 weeks. So Tylenol and ibuprofen. Yeah, I think that's what we've been. I know I've been taking Tylenol. So we're gonna, as soon as we get better, we're gonna hit the ground. We're gonna hit the ground running. We'll have our auction. We'll try to get the antique mall store back open and keep the fireworks store rolling. And God sort of sees. He does things in His timing. And India was talking this morning. She said that she said, Jerry, she said we could have got it about a week before the 4th of July. And that's when your main income comes in from your fireworks. And so God seen fit to go ahead and let us get it now and have it done with. And uh, I don't question God's timing a bit. Uh, he's always right. No auction, Beth. I'd said something about if I thought I'd be better by today with this COVID. Uh, but the mosquitoes, they think I'm good. They're out here biting on me. I just got that feller though. He'll bite no more. He'll not. He won't live to tell that tale. There's one coming right here. Land on me there, baby, so I can smash you. I'm killing mosquitoes. Where you going? Where you going, guy? But no, I'm hoping by Tuesday night, Beth, y'all don't want a bunch of items where I've coughed all over with COVID. I know you can't get it like that. They first thought you could, but I still ain't gonna take a chance on me up there coughing on a bunch of items and then shipping it to y'all or y'all coming and getting it. And money ain't that important. Take a chance on giving somebody COVID. But hopefully by Tuesday night we'll have things rolling again. I know you guys ain't gonna forget about me. How can you forget about Uncle Jed? I mean, look how pretty I am. Even though I'm sick with COVID, might be fixing to go to that upper room. If I do, I'll be sure to say hi to Jesus for everybody, for y'all. What? Arlen, won't y'all come out and sit on the porch a while and get a little fresh air, honey? Oh, well, she don't need to. She needs to dry off then. Hey, Kyle. Uh, we trying to. It just sort of worries me a little bit because everybody else that I talk to, they have 2, 3, 4 days of symptoms and it's gone, and then here I am on my fifth day. Tomorrow I'll be starting my sixth day, and I feel the same as I did on the first day. Uh, Hidden, we got COVID. This is our fifth day of battling COVID. We got up, got dressed, come out here, sit on the porch, and get a little fresh air. But running fevers, hacky cough, chest a little tight. But our oxygen sat is staying at 98 and 99, and I reckon that's the main thing that we need to watch out for. And then, now, 2 days ago, India's came up with COVID. The girls are still good; they're still negative and no symptoms. So I messaged my doctor a while ago, and because I was starting to get a little scared with it being 5 days of this same old stuff, and I don't seem to be getting better. Uh, I messaged her, and she said if your symptoms persist or change drastically, to go to ER immediately. So yeah, well, what is it? 3 years of this COVID stuff, and Kyle, I've never got it. Ruby had it 4 months ago, and they quarantined all of us and all that, and we was right in the house with her, hugging her and making sure she was all right, and we never got it then. And then when it's the lowest it's been since the start of the thing, I know it's rising, but just out of the blue we get it. I don't understand it, but hopefully we'll get some good antibodies out of this for it. So because like Brenda was talking about a while ago, it is on the rise. More and more people's getting cases of it, and we'll have a good antibody build up in our system. And yeah, I heard people talk about long haul COVID, and we're hoping that's not the case with us. I mean, if it is, it is. Uh, but hopefully, it's like a lot of other people told me that uh, it's there and then it's gone. It just I've had a lot of people say that their symptoms persist and persist, and then it's all of a sudden out of nowhere it just stops. And then others have said, even after they test negative, they still have what you call long haul COVID, or even symptoms persist for a little while. All right, Hidden, you be praying for me, buddy. Okay, my brother up there in Indiana. Yeah, and yes, it does scare me. Uh, because usually with colds and flus, I knock them babies out in 2 or 3 days. I just wear them out. Seems like, and that's what I've been trying to do with this. and I can't wear it out, guys. I guess it'll just stay while it wants to, and then it'll leave when it gets ready. I was supposed to do, what hurts me, I was supposed to do a benefit auction Saturday to help pay for funeral expenses for some friends of mine's son who had died, and we're not going to be able to do that for him, and that hurts me. And my son's 30th birthday party's coming up. Yep, and won't get to see him on his birthday, so it's things like that bugs me. But I want to keep everybody safe and keep everybody, away from me for right now. And I don't know. That's that brain fog kicking in. People talked about that, and I thought, well, what's brain fog? And I thought, well, I know what brain fog is. Every once in a while, when we do our auctions, I get brain fog. It didn't have nothing to do with COVID. Uh, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate that. And hopefully, we'll see you guys Tuesday night on the line. I'll be back up our auctioneering and having some fun and getting back into the swing of things. I went up there right before I got COVID, started having symptoms, and got my studio in a little bit better shape. Lined my green screen up again to do some backgrounds on it, on the little square that it showed me, and got all that lined up and was ready to roll. And then, bam, out of nowhere, this comes up. So when I done the test, uh, I'm thinking, oh, it's just the flu or something like that. And India, it says wait 15 minutes, for the 2 lines to show up. And she said my 2 lines showed up just immediately. And so I guess I got a pretty good dose of it. But we'll make it through it. Just want to touch base and let everybody know that we're fine, we're okay. Yeah, it does. It surely does, Brenda. And we ready to meet Jesus, but we ain't in no hurry to catch the next train out of here. But it does scare you because I know I can beat it, but what's it going to take? Is it going to take a trip to the hospital, or you going to have to be on a breathing machine to beat it? All those factors play over in your head. So we know that it's going to be all right. We don't think it'll get to that point, but a lot of other people didn't either. So we'll take it one step at a time. And the thing about it is, we don't know what strain this is. Strain A, B, C, D, or there were so many different strains, and we don't know if there's a new strain. We don't know if this is the original strain, or if this is another one. You just don't know. And so that plays in your mind too, and that worries you too. But you guys keep us in your prayer. Pray for India. Her congestion seems a little worse than mine as far as being congested. And that's the main thing that people tell me is, if your lungs get congested, it's the thing you have to really watch. So it's that extra prayer for India, for sure. And we'll touch base with y'all again. God bless y'all. Love you.